Hey folks, welcome to another episode on Clear My Paper. In this episode, we are going to talk about another important applications of how we can use determinants to test for collinearity, which we'll explain in a minute. As a prerequisite, if you check out the episode that I had put on finding the area of a triangle using determinants, that will be helpful because the same formula we are going to use it. It's not a mandate, but if you check out, it might be a good recall. Okay, so first let's understand what are collinear points which we have studied in elementary school. Basically, points lying on the same line. We have a same line. All the points lying on this same line are called as collinear points. In other words, all set of points are said to be collinear if they lie on the same straight line. So the definition is simple, and if you see the word itself, collinear, it means the same. It's linear, and we have also discussed this about linearity and linear equations when we talked about simultaneous equations in the beginning episode. So how can we use determinant to test if the points are on the same line, or in other words they are collinear? So let's talk about that in this episode. Okay, so if you recall from the last episode, we were trying to find out the area of a triangle using determinant, which I'll talk about in a minute. But if you understand, in a geometric sense, area of a triangle is nothing but half into base into height, and we know that it cannot be equal to 0. That's the most important thing. It cannot be equal to 0 because the area has to exist if we're talking about a triangle, and we need to measure both the base and the height, and we can sort of think about the area as a two-dimensional object in a xy plane, where we place it, and we know that this part, when all the 3 points kind of meet each other, this shaded portion becomes the area within that shaded within those 3 points, or enclosed by these 3 points, and hence it cannot be 0. We know that, right? And if you just apply some geometric intuition here, let's say this whole area, this whole triangle that which we have, let me erase it over here. This whole point that we have here, let's say I'm going to flatten it out. I don't want this to be a triangle. I'm going to just move it down to a straight line. Let's say I'm going to cut open from here. I'm going to move it anti-clockwise. Then what happens? I get a straight line because the points are not meeting. Then it becomes a straight line. So we convert the same 3 points which are connected to each other in the shape of triangle. We cut it open, make it a straight line, and we see they are no more connected. So what in essence we have done is we have converted the shape of this geometry from a triangle to a straight line, right? That's what we have done. And we know that when we talk about a straight line, we can just measure it by the unit of length, because it's more of a one-dimensional object. It's no more about 2 dimension. It's just the length of that, which in other words mean the area of a line is equal to 0. So these are pretty simple geometric algebraic concepts that we know, but I'm just trying to bring it together to give a perspective. So whenever we talk about area, it cannot be 0. It's half into base into height. And whenever we talk about a line, there's only length, and hence the area of line is pretty much is equal to 0. That's what we understand. And from a formula standpoint, in the last episode, we did see that the formula for finding the area of a triangle using determinants, we applied this formula where we expressed all these 3 vertices in terms of columns, the x column and the y column and the constant unit column. And then we multiplied by plus and minus half sign, where the plus and minus half was to be used at your discretion to make sure that the net area is always positive. And then we had this half from the derivation that we had here. And our objective was, as long as we find the area, as long as we find the determinant of this matrix, and the determinant is not equal to 0, the determinant is kind of the multiplied by half gives us the area. So the determinant was used, the non-zero determinant was used to find the area of the triangle using this formula. So extending that, since we know if you have to find or if you have to test if the points are collinear, this point here, if you want to test if the points are collinear, what are we talking about? In other words, we are trying to say that we are going to test if the points are on the same line, which in other words, we're talking about that there is no concept of area, and that means area has to be 0. And if area has to be 0, then the determinant has to be 0. So we can use in essence the same formula on the left without this half. We can just evaluate for this determinant, and if the determinant is equal to 0, we can safely conclude that there is no solution existing for this equation, or in other words, there is no area existing for this solution or this equation, and hence the determinant is 0, or the determinant is 0, and hence we can say that the points are collinear because there is no other way about that. So that's pretty much as simple as that, how we kind of extend the same formula to test if the points are collinear. So that's kind of a short video on this, and there might be questions on the exam for this, but just wanted to give you a perspective of what it means. And if you recall, in one of the earlier episodes, when I was using this kind of visuals, particularly this one, to explain what does it mean when we solve simultaneous equations from a geometric standpoint, what does it mean whether it has a solution or not. When we kind of were checking out this last piece, the visual on this one, we kind of determined that if all the points on the same line, the solution to the simultaneous equation does not exist because we're talking about the same line. In other words, it exists, but it's not one solution, because if there's a line, this point satisfies this equation, this point satisfies, this point satisfies. So all the points on the line satisfy the equation, and hence kind of the determinant of this kind of does not exist or is equal to 0. That's we discussed in this video. So that kind of ties out back to what we're talking about in a way. So just a side distraction to think about how all the things that we discussed somehow are interrelated. So that's a quick wrap up on this video, guys, on finding or testing if the points are collinear or not, basically to find if the determinant is 0 or not. That's what it is. And as a related video as a related episode, we can also check out another video where we'll be testing if the matrix is singular or not. In this case, we're talking about if the determinant is 0 or not. But there's another concept of a singular and non-singular, which I'll be talking about in a different episode. In that also, we'll be using the same concept of finding the determinant and see if it's equates to 0. And then we'll prove if the matrix is singular or not. So check out that also, which will be handy for you, and it will be a natural segue to understand from here to there. And with that, that's a wrap up on this episode. I'll see you in the other one. Thank you.